Miss Barbara, can we read Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
Of course.
Yeah! Read it for us. Can you read it like the grandpa?
Okay, one more minute. Get your Charlie workbook actually because we're going to review the questions from last week first before we reread the next chapter. We have to read your Okay, good morning, grade grade.
Good morning, Miss Barbara.
How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you today?
I'm okay. I'm a little bit sick. It's all right. Have a seat.
I'm sick.
Okay, so remember in the last lesson, well, last week, we read the first 3 chapters of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, right?
Yes.
And so the first thing we need to do is we need to review what you had for homework, especially all of the thinking questions, right? We marked the multiple choice, right? We already marked numbers 1 to 7, right?
Yes.
Yes. So we're starting from number 8, right? And you're going to share your answers, and if your answers are correct, then you can check them. And if they're not correct, then of course you can just erase. No, erase it and write the right.
Can we not check it?
You have to check it to make sure you did it right, right? I don't want you to think the wrong thing. You need to make sure that you have the right thing.
No, can we use the red pencil?
Yeah. All right. So number 8. Does everybody have the book?
Yes.
Number 8 on page 3 says, Charlie is poor. Yes, we know that Charlie is poor, right?
Yes.
But Roald Dahl doesn't say, never in the book, does he say, once there was a boy named Charlie and he was poor, right? Instead, Roald Dahl shows us that Charlie was poor by showing us details in the story. And remember, we talked about details last term. Specific things. For example, we know Charlie was poor because, who can give me an example? Bill.
They were living in a wooden house and there was one bed.
Very good. So they lived in a wooden house because there was one bed. Julian, what's another way? And the question says you needed to give at least 3, but there are many examples.
They only can eat cabbage soup.
So they can only eat cabbage soup. That's the right answer. Austin.
And the Charlie one just can eat one chocolate bar at his birthday.
Very good. Charlie only gets 1 chocolate bar a year for his birthday. Any more? Catherine.
They live in a little house with 2 rooms.
Okay, so their house has 2 rooms. Very good. Anybody else? There are a few more in the story that show us that Charlie was poor. Veronica?
4 people, 4 old persons sleep on one bed.
4 people stayed in one bed, right? 4 people lived in one bed. Any more? Anybody else has a different answer? James.
Our family has 7 people. They just have 1.
Good. So the whole family has 7 people, but they only have 1 bed. Is 7? Yeah, 7. Any more? You have a different one? Right, that's the same, yeah. Catherine said it. Catherine, what's another one? You have a different one? They have no money to buy chocolate. Good. Okay, how about this? Charlie and his parents sleep on a mattress on the floor. Isn't that a detail?
Yes.
Yes, that's a detail. And how about this? How many people had a job? 1. Only Mr. Bucket had a job, right? And so that shows that they were very poor because the other people didn't have a job. And one more, what about the weather? What about the temperature in the house? Oh, so they couldn't afford the heater, right?
Yes.
It was very cold in the winter.
They had
Good.
a cold.
All right, so did everybody have at least 3 of those answers?
Yes.
Yes, very good. Okay, everyday life, just a regular old factory. What do you think when you hear the word factory? Let's talk about how a factory looks. What do you think a factory, a real factory looks like? Catherine?
Looks like a building and a train.
Building, train, okay. Chris?
It looks like a garbage can.
Garbage can. Jackie?
Looks like a truck.
Like a truck? Okay. Give me some adjectives though. You guys are giving me nouns. What are some adjectives that describe? Austin?
It looks dirty.
Dirty. Very good. Jolyn?
A regular house.
Like a regular house?
No.
Factory?
Factory is made of metal.
Yeah. I don't know if a factory would look like a house. Daniel, did you have one?
I have
Helen, how about you?
It looks gray and creepy.
Gray and creepy. Very good. Charlie?
It looks colossal.
Cold. What did you say?
Colossal.
Colossal. Very good. Using your vocabulary words. Very good. It looks colossal. What does colossal mean?
Big.
Big. Very big. Yeah. Veronica. Oh, okay. Veronica says she thinks a regular factory looks beautiful and good.
What?
I don't know. Okay. What do you think it smells like? What does it smell like? David. Smells bad. James. Smelly. Ariel. Stinky. Helen.
Like garbage.
Like garbage. Julian.
Smells bad and smells like smoke.
Smells like smoke. I like that one. Austin.
Smells like gas.
Smells like gas. Daniel.
Car oil.
Like car oil. Very good. Bill.
Smells like the expired milk.
It smells like expired milk. Tyler. What is it, a milk factory? Smells like steam. Very good. Jackie.
Smells like a garbage.
Smells like a garbage. Charlie.
It smells good.
It smells good.
What?
You did? Well,
It smells
you maybe imagine. It's up to you. It's your imagination. Okay, finally, how do you think a regular factory sounds? What does a regular factory sound like, Jeremy?
And then like the machine.
Sounds like the machines. Very good. Louisa. Hollow. Hollow, like it's empty, like you can hear hello, 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 right? Echo. It smells noisy and loud. Jolyn. Sounds like a horse?
Yeah.
Okay. Charlie.
Noise like a tractor.
Noise like a tractor. Very good. Okay. So now that we have thought and used your imagination, even if you've never been in a real factory, you used your imagination to think about what a real factory sounds like. Number 10 says, so if you had some words, you can mark it right. Yeah? Because I can't really tell you that your imagination is wrong. Number 10 says, imagine how Willy Wonka's factory would be different from the old, dirty, smelly factory that we just described. How do you think that it would look? What would a Willy Wonka's factory look like, James? Very clean. I like that. Tidy. Julian.
Wonka's factory looks like a special factory.
Like it's a special factory. Catherine. Small and shiny. Very good. Helen.
Mr. Wonka's factory is like a garden inside.
It's like a garden inside. Good imagination. Bill.
Chocolate
Like chocolate.
palace.
Like chocolate palace. But not the chocolate palace that melted, right? No, a chocolate palace that doesn't melt. How do you think it smells? Oh, what do you think it smells like, Louis?
Chocolate.
Like chocolate, of course. Ariel.
Like chocolate fudge.
Like chocolate fudge. What are some other words? Daniel.
Sweet.
Smells sweet.
I
You?
would say sweet.
Yeah. Now, how do you think it sounds? What do you think you hear in the chocolate factory? Jackie?
Not noise.
It's not noisy. Yeah, okay, not noisy. Louis? Hmm?
Nothing.
Nothing. It's quiet. Silent. James.
I think it's very
You think it's very noisy. Okay. Tony.
very not.
Not noisy. Okay, that's the same as quiet. Julian.
Some very low.
No, like a low sound. Like low machines, but not very loud. Like a low murmur, right? Or something like this.
Some very loud.
Sounds very calm. C-A-L-M. Calm. Okay, it sounds very calm. Veronica. Oh, but you know that. How do you know that? Watch the movie. No? It's okay. All right. Okay, number 11. Just think for a moment. Out of the 4 grandparents, we have Grandpa Joe, Grandma Josephine, Grandpa George, Grandma Georgina. Which grandparent do you think is the most ready for an adventure? And remember, every time you tell me what you think, you must tell me why. You have to be able to justify your opinion with an explanation. Yes, James, who do you think is most ready?
Grandpa Joe, because he knows a lot of things about the world, and he is
Excited.
excited as a young man when he is busy.
Very good. So you think that it's Grandpa Joe because he knows a lot of things about the world. He has a lot of knowledge, and he is excited just like he was when he was young, right? Like Charlie. Okay. Jolyn.
I think it's Grandpa Joe is the most ready for an adventure because he tells all about really wonderful factories.
Right. So he's most advanced because he knows a lot about the factory. You want to get some water, Jeremy? You can go get your water. Samuel.
Grandpa Joe because he is not sleeping on the bed.
So Grandpa Joe, he was the only one not sleeping, right? The rest of them were doing this. What's the vocabulary word?
But if you sleep, then you cannot walk. But if you can walk, then you can go to the chocolate factory.
Very good. Catherine, who do you think?
Grandma's mother. Because it looks very young.
But it says out of the 4 grandparents. The question says out of the 4 grandparents. Right?
Grandma's mother.
Who? Go on. Charlie's mother. Charlie's mother's mother. Oh, she said Grandma Georgina. Okay. I thought you said Charlie's mother. Grandma Georgina. Okay, why do you think Grandma Georgina? You think she looks very young? Did you see her? Or in your imagination, she's young? Very good. Well, you're using your imagination. Come in, Jeremy. Julian, who do you think?
Grandpa Joe because he knows everything about adventure.
Very good. Grandpa Joe because he knows everything about adventure. Tyler.
Grandpa Joe because
Okay, so Grandpa Joe was so excited, right? He wanted to go and he heard about the Bible. Mary. Grandpa Joe because he's always curious. Ariel.
I think it's Grandpa Joe because when he know that Charlie got the good nature.
Yeah, he got very excited. But we aren't there yet. Wait a minute. You already ran ahead. Austin, shh, don't tell the rest of them.
Every evening, Charlie go to hear Grandpa Joe's story, and Grandpa Joe like this.
Okay, so Grandpa Joe is like always very happy and excited every evening when he has to tell Charlie the story. Okay, all of you are right. Very good. Number 13, last one, and then we'll start reading again. Why is the bucket living room a happy place each night? At the end of chapter 3, it says the bucket living room is a very happy place at the end of the night. Why is that, Winnie?
Because grandparents always tell a lot of stories to Charlie.
Very good. The grandparents tell a lot of stories. That's correct, Samuel.
because a whole family is in it and it's very hot.
The whole family's in there. They're not freezing to death. They're just warm, so they're happy because they're not cold. Okay, Austin.
Because Charlie always comes and listens to the stories.
So Charlie comes and listens to the stories. James.
Because they tell stories and the family gets together, they forget something at home.
Very good, James. So not only do they get together to tell the stories, but listen. They forget that they are hungry and poor, right? For even just 1 minute or 30 minutes every night, they forget that they are very poor and they are very hungry and they're very cold. Because they can share the happy memories, right? And the happy stories with each other. All right, very good. So you can mark all of those questions off if you answer. How do you think you did? Did you think all of your answers? All right? Good. Perfect. Was it difficult?
No!
It wasn't difficult?
Yes!
Oh, you guys are so smart.
We have to imagine.
Yeah, you have to use your imagination.
So easy. I like
So I thought this maybe will be too hard for you.
Can we read now?
Yeah, we're gonna read. Okay, chapter 4. Everybody has their book?
Yes!
Okay, so today, I know you like to hear me read, but it's also good for you to get reading practice as well.
Yes. You read so good.
Probably. We're gonna read
So
well. Well, let me tell you, if I read it now, you have to read it at home again. Okay. Chapter 4, The Secret Workers. The next evening, Grandpa Joe went on with his story. So remember, he was talking about what in the chapter before. What were they talking about?
About the Wonka's workers.
The Wonka's workers, right? But they don't know who the Wonka's workers are, right? Okay. The next evening, Grandpa Joe went on with his story. You see, Charlie, he said, not so very long ago, there used to be thousands of people working in Mr. Willy Wonka's factory. Then one day, all of a sudden, Mr. Wonka had to ask every single one of them to leave, to go home, never to come back. But why? Asked Charlie. Because of spies. Aha, we're going to do vocabulary dictionary after.
I know, I can say it.
No, you don't have to stop, but if you don't know a word, what do we do? Circle it in your book, if it's your book. I already have it underlined, so we'll do it after. Right? But spies, Chris, can you quickly tell us in Chinese?
Yeah, yes, I know.
Okay. So, just so you know, so the factory has spies. Right, okay. Because of spies. Spies? Yes. All the other chocolate makers, you see, had begun to grow jealous of the wonderful candies that Mr. Wonka was making. Like we said, word number 1, spies. Well, you only know now because we explained it.
About another country.
What are we going to say? What is the definition of a spy?
A person who tries to get secret information about another country.
Very good. Very good. Are you looking at a dictionary?
Yes.
He's looking at a dictionary. Okay, it's fine.
Hold on. But not a simple dictionary.
I like that. A person who tries to get secret information. Okay, close enough. Okay, first word is spies. A person who tries to get
Secret information.
a person who
Spy. Like this. Like this. Like this.
It's very hard to draw.
You know, you can draw where I didn't draw. You draw a man with some sunglasses.
Sunglasses and a bandana.
No, it's not.
I draw a movie, A Spice 7.
A spice? Here's that other girl. Here's a spice.
That's true. Okay, Richard said, and he's right. But I don't know how to draw it. Just draw whatever you want
It's
to
not
draw.
a person.
He said a spy, yes, because a spy shouldn't let other people know he's a spy, right? So if a person is looking like this, then we know he's a spy. But you get the point, right? Yes.
It shouldn't be like this.
Don't worry. You're right. This face is okay, next word, jealous.
Genius. Jealous.
You know?
Jealous means you are somebody have a very good thing and then you don't know it's a little sad and then you really want it.
Nobody
And you are unhappy. You want it all the time.
Shh, one at a time. I like Charlie's explanation. Say it again, Charlie.
Just if somebody has something and then you don't have it and it's so good and then you just want it and you are so and then you are just you feel angry and then you just feel that it is unfair.
Right. So, a feeling of sadness or unhappiness, right? Because you want what somebody else has.
Yeah.
Jeremy, you want some water? You can have your water bottle on your desk, you know.
He all in a science class.
Okay, take your water at your desk. I know what it's like. You too, Jackie? Or you just call it because? Take your water bottle. Oh, okay.
Can I say Chinese now?
No, everybody knows. Only when you don't know.
Everybody knows.
A feeling of sadness because you
Unhappy.
want, yeah, I should have written unhappiness. Want what someone has, someone else has, right?
Because.
So, she wants.
You can draw Charlie's crying.
Charlie, you're crying.
Charlie, you're a baby.
Come in.